Welcome to the Driver's Line. I'm Greg.
And I'm Jordan.
And today, we've got a conversation for you.
Yeah, our conversation comes from a series that we started with the best lineup of. And we started with the best lineup of the 80s. And now we're moving into the 90s.
That's right. So we each came up with which manufacturer we thought did the best lineup top to bottom for the 1990s. And this can span, multiple generations of vehicle as long as they were produced within that time period.
So what'd you start with, Greg?
So I chose one of the manufacturers that was just literally at the top of its game during this period. It's kind of been on a slow slide since then, but back in the 90s, they were just killing it within their segment. And I'm talking about BMW.
That is a great pick.
Yeah, so just think about some of these BMWs that were built in the 1990s. We had the end of the E30 3 Series, which spawned, of course, the E30 M3 built through 1991. One of the best sports cars ever made, full stop, which then led us right to the E36, which was just an outstanding 3 Series. They just absolutely crushed it with that one. Unfortunately, in America, we kind of got a little bit of a detuned version of it with that 240 horsepower engine in the M3, but the chassis was still so good, it has its own spec racing series now.
Yeah, I mean, that lineup, I think the word behind it is like cohesive, right? Every single car in that lineup, when you got behind the wheel, it was driving pleasure, from sedans even up to SUVs, right? I mean, the X5 was introduced during that time period too.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a really fantastic lineup. They look great. They hold up clearly because they're in spec racing series for a reason. And yeah, it's a shame to see how far they've strung away from that.
Yeah, they've kind of lost their way because this is really the era where they were the ultimate driving machine. These cars were phenomenal to drive, extremely well engineered, well built, to your point, and a lot of fun. I mean, and if you ask pretty much anybody what was the best 5 Series, it was that E39, which came out in the late 90s, which then spawned the E39 M5, which actually hit our scores in 1999.
Yeah, I think it's a great pick. It was one that I was going to go with. I was kind of weighing between two, so I'm glad you went with it because I think that they should be noted for their really excellent past, and I just hate to see the differences that's causing. And really, I think it's because they're getting away from their core. So I'd like to see more purity in their driving experience, and you're not seeing that with the new M5 for sure.
No, not at all. And I mean, even if you look at one of their best roadsters right now, the Z4, think about the Z3 that came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
In the Bond movies. Absolutely fantastic. Think about that 7 Series that we have today. The thing is a wonderful car, but it's a monstrosity.
Yes.
It's over-engineered. It's over-complicated. You look back to what we had in the 1990s with that E38, and it was just the coolest car. It was sleek. It was smooth. It was what you would envision an executive bombing around in. And it even saw itself in a Bond movie and in the Transporter series as well.
Yeah, they were purposeful. They're understated. I mean, those are timeless designs. And you can see, like, their value is holding with those particular cars. So.
And BMW also had fun during the 90s, too. Think about the E31, which is that 8 Series. Pop-up headlights, V8 or V12, and you can get with a manual.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, these cars were maybe a little bit more troublesome than some of the other more reliable BMWs of that vintage, but we don't care about that because it was interesting and unique.
You gotta have some science experiments.
Exactly. And that's what they did with the A-Series. And, it wasn't really well received at the time, but it's become a cult classic since because people start to see the value in it over time.
That's a great call out, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, my pick is not from Germany, so there you go. It's actually from Japan this time, and it is our friends at Honda.
Oh.
Honda during the 90s was on fire. VTEC, bro.
VTEC, bro. VTEC kicked in, bro.
It kicked in.
Yes.
I mean, just that statement alone, right, brings you to what Honda was about at that time. We're talking about cars that were reliable, that were efficient, but also you could tune them and you could have fun with them. And it kind of brings back the joy of like owning a car and making it your own. But on top of that, it's not going to break down if you don't do anything too crazy, right?
Right, yeah, they were lightweight and fun was really kind of their ethos back then. And it was just really fantastic.
Yeah, so like go through the cars that were at that time, right? You have the Civic that was sporty, fun to drive, but also fuel efficient and reliable. The CRX, right, related to that. You have the Del Sol, which was fun, right? I mean, I know that, but it's a cool thing. Yeah. It's a cool thing that they tried out, but it's still reliable. It's still fun to drive. But you want to take that to the other scale? Okay, we have the NSX from Acura, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this was a car that was designed to compete with Ferrari Ayrton Senna was involved with the development of it. V6 performance at the time was incredible, but so understated, reliable. You could use it every day, and the values for that have not gone down at all. In fact, they're going up.
They are.
So, I mean, grab one while you can, because that is a fantastic vehicle, and it's timeless, just like the BMWs that you were talking about before.
It is, and it's still reliable to this day, because I mean, it literally just had the 3.5 liter V6 from Honda in there, and that was one of the things they set out to do with the NSX, was make something that was livable, that you could use every day, but still fit in that supercar ethos, which nobody else was doing at the time.
Not at all. And the purity behind it, when you look at the new NSX, while it is performance-oriented, I'll say that much, it's so complicated.
Very complicated.
And it removes you from the experience, which is what not... The NSX is just so pure. I would love to own one day.
Yeah.
I need to make more money. But... but... throw in some other kind of more mundane but really great examples. The Accord.
Yep.
I mean, this is the backbone of families across the country, across the world. It's reliable. It's spacious. It's fuel
And
efficient.
at the time, you could get it in a coupe,
Yep.
a sedan,
Yep.
and a wagon.
Yeah. The versatility there.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes.
When brands used to do that, they used to be able to make. I mean, even if you go back a little further, you used to be able to get a convertible, a coupe, a sedan, a wagon, and some other version. Generally, I mean, come on. I wish they would do this more often with some of their models.
Totally. I mean, on top of that, we also had the introduction of the CRV. This is one of the leading, most popular SUVs in the country right now, and for good reason. It's had great packaging, it's reliable, it introduced four-wheel drive to a market that was, maybe people didn't want to necessarily drive full-size SUVs on body-on-frame architecture. It offered some options. While it's not for me necessarily, but it's something for a lot of people, right? It's well engineered. But they also had some quirkiness, like the Vigor. It's a Honda Accord dressed up with a 5-cylinder engine.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
That's so
very
funky.
cool. Yeah, it's very, very funky.
So, they had a lot of fun, but also some really serious tries, too, which I really appreciated. And I'm seeing, we're starting to shift towards that direction, too. I see the Prelude's coming back out,
Right.
although this is hybrid, so we'll see where that goes. But we saw with the Honda Civic Hybrid, they can be fun to drive when it's engineered by Honda.
Absolutely. And, the Prelude at the time also just brought forth some technology that we hadn't seen before. Four-wheel steering, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the first cars that had it. That's
true.
And, I mean, I don't know why you needed it on such a small car, but it really worked well.
It was only on the first generation, but, they tried it. So.
Yeah, and so it was neat. I mean, it's just like an interesting testbed for new technology. And, of course, considering, Hondas are badged as Acuras here, but overseas they're Hondas, Integra Type R. One of the best handling cars, front-wheel drive cars, full stop, ever built.
Yeah, to this day. I mean, there's such an engaging driving experience. It's so rare to find cars that are reliable and fun to drive. So, having that combination and then being able to, take it to the track, replace all those parts really easily and cheaply, and not be beaten up on the way home. I mean, it's hard to find.
It really is.
Yeah.
And, during that time period, Honda also debuted something near and dear to your heart. The Odyssey.
I was going to get there. But, yeah, you brought it up early. Yes. I mean, the Odyssey, what a funky van.
I know, it was a funky van.
Yes. It led the way with the funkiness. But, again, it speaks to its packaging. Honda knows how to engineer a vehicle, and to this day, they still do. Even from the vans all the way down to the little CRXs, they have their hand in everything from every angle. They know what they're doing, and you could tell that. So.
Absolutely.
And that 90s lineup was killer.
Oh,
There's not
absolutely
one car in there that was bad.
No. Honestly, I can't think of one.
Yeah.
No. Good lineup, top to bottom.
Yep.
Well, let us know what you think was the best manufacturing lineup from the 1990s. We'd really be interested to hear about it. So drop it in the comments and let us know.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on The Driver's Line.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a thing.